Wow, guys, wow, this is absolutely wild. So I came into my chicken house and I noticed there is no water here. There is no water here. There is no water there. And all in all the drinkers, there is no water. Why? I checked up there in the water containing the water, and there is water in it. I opened at the edge there, and there was water flowing there, but there is no water in the drinkers, which is the most important part that the chicks need to drink. So I did all I could. I couldn't find the reason why the water is not flowing. So I had to call my cousin who came to help me install this. And lo and behold, there was the problem that has been identified. So we'll go through this, though quite technical. We'll go through this to see how it is to be fixed. And frankly, this adds to the statements that taking care of poultry is very, very delicate, very, very difficult, and needs a lot of attention. So let's go through this and see. So this is the automatic drinker. The water is supposed to be flowing. So right now he's locking it. But you open it and then we see. So it has been opened, but the water is not flowing here. But the water is supposed to be flowing from here, but it's not flowing. So please remove here and we'll see. But then when you pull the water hose out, there's water that flows, but where it is supposed to pass and enter here, it is not. So let's see what the problem is. So you can see here it is full of silt. This particular dirt has absolutely covered the entire hose. It has covered the entire hole. It has covered the mesh. So there's no way the water from this pipe could pass through here and come here into the drinker. So absolutely, the surprising thing though is that at least it could have been maybe one, two, three, or some, but it affected almost, no, it rather affected all the drinkers. So I don't know whether it is um the Doxine 200 that we put in their water to treat um this respiratory infection, this coryza, which is what may have caused the blockage of the automatic drinker. But I got really, really scared, assuming as we are looking for a farm, let's say quite far away, suitable farm quite far away, assuming one is not living there, or one is even living there but one is careless. So you find the land, you build your chicken house, but there's no one staying there. Then you go to feed them, let's say around 4 p.m., then you come back to your base. Then this thing occurs. So from 4 p.m. up to the morning when you be going back, it means that these chicks are going to lack water. Like in my case, from yesterday night around 10 p.m., when I came in here, I saw some water, but I didn't know that this wasn't flowing, and that was the last batch of water that was in the drinker. So it was around 12 a.m. that I came out after uploading my video for the day. That I came out and noticed that most of them were gathered around the drinkers. And when I came in, I noticed that the water. Please open it, and I will see how it has been cleaned nicely. It was then I noticed that there wasn't water flowing. So you see how it looks. You see how it looks very clean now. And if anything at all is covering this, it means the water cannot flow, and that was the cause of the water not flowing into the drinker. So let's see whether it has been fixed after he installs it back. Wow. So it has been fixed. He's going to open it. So now you see the water flowing. So this simple mechanism of identifying the fact that water wasn't flowing, then opening up this to clean that particular place could have caused the death of all these chicks due to test. So having said this, the next update today is that, so yesterday, for the first time, a lot of the chicks were, let's say 7 of them were infected with coryza. And this is according to my boss, the consultant. So the 7 of them were isolated, and we introduced dosing 200 to them. So this morning when I came in, I didn't see any death. I didn't see any death. Those that were isolated, none of them is dead yet. I said yet because there is the likelihood that some of them or maybe all of them would die. This is because the 2 previous times that we had respiratory infection amongst them, and we isolated them, both of them died. So this situation is more of a preventive of those who are not yet infected not to be infected than of curing those who have already had the sickness and for who have been isolated. So I pray that those who are left wouldn't will be treated hopefully with the dozen 200, and even those that have also been isolated, they may also get healed, or maybe 1 or 2 of them would die, but then not many of them would die. Some say it is not that dangerous as compared to gumbro among others, but as a new farmer, whether it is let me say headache or itches or heat or whatever it is, I don't want my chicks to fall sick in any way. But then there are those who are saying, though this I haven't cross-checked with my consultant yet, there are those who are saying that this is as a result of the heat and they getting infections from their respiratory system. It is also the precursor for Newcastle. I don't know what you think about this. If you have experience in something like this, you kindly let me know, so that even though we have given them 2 vaccines of Newcastle, but if this thing is setting in now and which can potentially lead to Newcastle, then I think if my consultant agrees with those of you saying that this can lead to Newcastle, or this is even Newcastle, then we need to, after treating them of the coryza, then we find ways to also treat or prevent Newcastle, even though 2 vaccines have been given already. These are difficult days because I've not had a day that 2 or 3 chicks have fallen ill, but I've now had it. So this is a new test altogether to me as a new farmer, and I hope that this becomes the end of it. Because as the chicks have grown older, and 9 weeks getting to almost 10 weeks, I see that every chick is of very importance to me as compared to when they were very, very small. Because we have fed them, we have given them time. They have lived far more days than the number of days left for them to lay eggs. And so if anything happens and any of them dies, it is much more painful because the loss is bigger and then the emotions are much more. So I'll keep you updated. This is bye for now for today's video.